right, welcome everybody. How are you doing? We are in the middle of January. This is January 16th. I post these daily readings whenever you see them. If the title is resonating for you, have at it because I am not really focused on a um, kind of a certain timeline or anything. Someone's been asking me about this. This is why I'm saying this to you. And so I'm really focused on whatever energy wants to come through. So, okay, it's posted on January 16th, but that really doesn't have much to do with it. So if you're looking for a specific answer or if you're looking for some kind of guidance and a video, and I believe this is true of everybody who's doing readings and everything like that, just whatever catches your eye, whatever title catches your eye. Okay, just want to say that to you. As I shuffle here, a little reminder, today is the first day of the new cohort of tarot reading, tarot certification group. And that is starting tonight. So if you want to jump on, there's a few seats left. We're going to close it out today. I'm going to wait for people to take up those last few slots, but once they're taken, we're going to shut it down. So if you're wanting to do that, there's a link below. Jump on to the tarot certification. The folks who get certified are featured on my website. You can deliver private readings, and I am helping all of them build a reading business because the most important thing about us moving into the age of Aquarius is about us being a lighthouse for other people, about shining your light, about putting yourself out there. Some of you, it's your voice that is important activation for other people. Others of you, it's the guidance that comes through. Others of you, it's just the presence of you being there. But all of us are needed right now. And so my job in 2024 is two things, to help y'all shine your light and to help y'all trust your intuition. That's the Pathfinders group this year. We're starting off at the end of January and helping you understand, identify, and trust your intuition. Okay. So with all that being said, I know a lot of shuffling today. Meditate. Have you started your practice yet? Okay, Auntie MJ here to tell you it's the time to do it. I saw this on the end of the deck here, the back of the deck, and here it is on the top of the deck. Truth and relief. Some of you are needing to align with your intuition so you can understand what truth, the frequency of truth, what that is. And when you're watching a reading, and I see it in the comments, if I say something that really resonates with you, people will say that in the comments. And that's because truth has a resonancy. It has a frequency. You know it when you hear it, right? You're like, truth, man, that's truth. In a world of AI, in a world of, fast fashion and fast, kind of, I don't know, just like not really sustainable or aligned messages. You need to understand where your truth is, where that it's kind of like, I used to say the bone in my head, but it's not in your head. It's kind of in this heart chakra area. When you get a ping, that's what it feels like for me when it's like, oh, that's the truth, man. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing this year, because I feel like we have gotten away. This is no secret that we have gotten away as a culture from trusting ourselves, trusting our own intuition. In fact, a lot of you, especially those of you who, when you were children, had, the psychic gifts opened up when you were children, and you were, when we were kids, when we're young kids, little kids, we remember who we were in past lives. We, can really easily see other dimensions and everything like that. And immediately we're shut down because of adults being either afraid of that or just thinking it's a bunch of nonsense because they long time ago forgot. So it's time to really give yourself some validation about that and fill your cup with your own energetic frequency. And that way you'll be able to identify truth in the world, because pretty soon, the energetic frequencies of AI and other things, there is no human frequency to AI. End of story. and you're going to need to be able to identify what's real and what's not. Okay. So 8 of Cups, Judgment, the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, the 5 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, the Fool. All right, this is beautiful. So 3 of Pentacles. Okay, all right. So I feel like some of you are leaving behind an old paradigm of love and marriage. This is a big deal. What's going on right now about what love and marriage, the frequency of it is. A lot of it has been about taking from another person and not being full enough, right? It is about you filling your cup, and the relationships of the future will very much reflect that we're not about, that whole energetic frequency of needing for someone else to fill our cup in order to feel loved, needing to feel chosen, needing to feel like we are on a pedestal to somebody else, or needing to feel that someone is, I'm the love of their life or something like that. Whereas you are the love of your life. And it starts at the root chakra. It starts about feeling, worthiness, self-worth. All of these things need to be healed in order for you to fill your cup. So a lot of you, when I see the comments about like, nope, staying alone, nope, don't want to do anything like that, that says to me that that's an injured heart chakra. It's not about an old way of love. And it's an injured heart chakra, but it's also like super aware that there is another way. Okay. And another way is the heart is full. The heart chakra is full. It's healed. It has compassion, a very high level love. Self-love is really where it's at. And so that way, nothing anybody else does or doesn't do means anything. It doesn't mean that you're not lovable, that you're not, someone worthy of love or something like that. And it's like only when you heal that heart chakra and have that self-love and are fully sort of in union with yourself, masculine, feminine, will that other person who's also in that space be able to come in. And it's not the biggest thing I can say to you beyond that is it's not about doing it. We've talked a lot about this around the twin flame connection. It's not about doing it in order to pave the way for that person. This is where you get to the place of, I have so much love in me. I am part of a community. I am expressing my love and my work in the world. I'm being a lighthouse for others. So full. It doesn't really matter. It's like a bonus, or it's like icing on the cake. It's inevitable. Okay. It's inevitable. So we're really learning right now to walk away from these old style relationships that are about one person taking from the other person, or that are about transactional. So I give you this and you give me that. Those kinds of relationships are over. Okay. As we move into the age of Aquarius, as we move forward in our frequencies, we're not doing that anymore because it is not sustainable, which is why the divorce rate is 50%. The other 50%, maybe you're getting it. Maybe you recognize that, or maybe it's just like, you're running out the string or running out the clock or whatever it is. But this is about, hey, you know what? There was some value to it. It's not for nothing. Okay. It's not for nothing that you had these marriages or that you had these relationships. It was about healing, and it is about healing the heart. Queen of Cups, healing the heart. This kind of stuff, as we say in Boston, over. It's over, right? OVA, it's over. The Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. I love that. Okay, so sometimes I'm called to use a deck. Depends on, I just am like, okay, you're the one. In this deck, this is the Mythic deck, and the Hierophant, which is usually super traditional. Okay. Some of you are new to the channel. I'll show you. The Hierophant is usually super traditional, sitting up on the throne, or, it's known as the Pope card, and it's somebody who really is in charge. very traditional energy. It's not at all like, there it is. Okay. It's not at all. See how super traditional. And then there's these supplicants who are like paying homage to this, basically a king in a religious, expression. Religion is a man-made thing. Okay. It is, many of you, it's like based on the Bible, based on whatever, but it's still, it was very clear that Peter, God asked Peter to build his church, right? And Peter is the cornerstone. Peter was the first pope. And it is the cornerstone of religion, but it was still man-made, even if it was directed, because in that age, the age of Pisces, this is Jesus's age, and hopefully, we're bringing Jesus forward with us, but it's a different expression of it, right? It doesn't need to be this hierarchical thing anymore. So now this Hierophant is much more of the nature, the natural expression, right? With the half man and half beast, because the physical expression of human is much closer to this, right? We are mammals and all of that. So there is something about that. But there is this sense that the wisdom that's coming through there, he's in a cave, right? When we're just in this expression of half man, half beast, we're in this taking kind of situation. We're not in an expression of true love. We're really just about this transactional kind of thing. When we're adorned with wisdom coming directly to us, because this is sort of the expression of what regular man is. Okay. It's not this. This is like a flowing robes and a kind of overtly hierarchical, masculine hierarchical nonetheless. This is much more about natural man and the wisdom coming directly. Okay. That's the difference, because in Piscean age, there was this thing about you had to get wisdom through the priest or through the pope or through something like that. And that in the, as we're moving forward, that's not really going to be the case, which is why prayer and alignment and all of that, we're getting wisdom directly from the source. We're talking to God directly now. And more people are open to that idea. And it doesn't mean, it doesn't really, I feel like we're going to change how we're looking at traditional religion. We already are. But I also feel like, I'm not saying that is bad in any way. If that's something that supports you, community, whatever, do it. But I'm just saying to you that you are also getting wisdom directly from God. It's not just about like, oh, there's a building I have to go to. I didn't even know I was going to talk about this today, but that's one of the things. It's much more of a, in communion directly. And I'm pretty sure that even as early as like 40, maybe 30 years ago, that would have been super duper frowned upon because it was much more the center of life. Church was much more the center of life than it is now. And I feel like now with spirituality sort of opening up, people are opening up to their own connection to God, learning about prayer, learning about Jesus, learning about, Buddha and the prophets, and learning about Buddhism, learning about all these different ways, Muhammad, learning about all these different expressions of connection to the divine. It's just a sense of like opening up to truth. All right. Opening up to truth. And the meditation of being aligned, like that's what you're getting. You're getting direct connection. And there's a lot of people who will be like, and I'm sure there'll be people in the comments going, no, can't say that. But here's the deal. If that's resonant for you, if you have already lived in that experience, if you've already gone in that direction, this is not about like anybody kind of like telling you to do anything. This is like, I know it's natural. It's natural for me to pray. It's natural for me to be in connection with spirit. It's natural because this is, and for many, many years, there's been this like idea that that's not natural. So I do, or not natural, but like somehow against God or whatever, which is not true. So I am getting the sense here of, sort of people taking their own initiative, moving in their own direction, finding what works for them. And I'm going to go back to talking about relationships here for a second, because I feel like in the past, they may have been built on that transactional kind of experience, but now they're going to be built on something more natural, which is my cup is full, your cup is full. And so 1 + 1 = 5. Like, we're able to be expressive in the world with our spiritual gifts. We're able to share what we're getting as downloads from spirit. We're able to do all those things. All that stuff already happening. So, no one's kicking against the traces here, right? No one's kicking against the traces. I'll use this deck since I've already gone to the Hierophant in here. Oh wait, hold on. That not yet for you. Okay, so the Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, real clarity coming through here. Look at that, Justice. This is big aha moments. Structures that have been man-made, that are no longer serving, aren't for our best and highest good anymore. When you recognize that filling up your cup, and you recognize that your gifts just open and are activated, right? No one has to teach you anything. It's just about, oh yeah, that's my gift. And I have to, I'm going to hone it. I'm going to practice it. I'm going to work with it. That's the teaching of the future. It's really about a practice. It's not about like, hey, I have no capacity for this, because you do. You have physical gifts, you have spiritual gifts, all of that. You have all that. This is really just about activating and practicing with it. Okay, you have intuition. You have all the clairs. Some of them are stronger than others. Some of them are more natural than others. That's fine. Someone else may be clairvoyant, clairsentient. You may be Claire. What is it? Claire. It's the one about taste. Clairgustance or something like that. It's about taste, or it's about smell. Whatever the clair is for you. And I do believe that empathy is a superpower, because I do think we are stepping in. Compassion is necessary, and empathy is a spiritual gift. But again, this is a good example. A lot of people who declare themselves as empaths have a really hard time with protection, have a really hard time in understanding where I end and you begin. And it's really not about thinking, it is about feeling, but it's also about how can I, while we're still in this lower vibration earth, while we're still in a very 3D expression, how can I create a container so that I am moving through life, shining my light, and not taking in everything. Okay, that's practicing and working with your gift. Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, Justice. This is like a big time aha moment. Okay, truth's coming through. 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Lovers. So once what I'm saying to you, look at this, Queen of Swords and Justice, they both have the Ace of Swords with them. Queen of Swords, very clear. This is Libra energy. This is Aquarius energy. And this is Gemini energy. So there's something very aligned, being aligned and allowing. It's not about thinking. This is about the resonance of truth. Okay? The resonance of truth. And so you can separate, what other people are using as a control thing, what other people are using to manipulate, right? With this 5 of Swords, like AI. And not all AI is bad, right? AI is great. You can go in there and you can, I use it a lot to get a start on a newsletter or get a start on something, just to see, because AI is really the granddaddy of all, Google machines. It's like, it's the sum total of all the searching. Okay. So our light is in some way creating that. Okay. So there is that. But if there's a total reliance on that, if there's a total reliance and a divorcing from a human element, then it becomes something that doesn't have resonance, or if it has resonance, it feels fake. Okay, it feels not resonance. No, 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 no. Let me say that over again. If you see something and it's like, I know there was this one image of snow with trees, and it was like super duper symmetrical, and like in nature things are symmetrical, but there's also other forces that happen, especially in snow. When snow comes down, there are other forces. There's the sunlight that comes up that warms the earth, there's the wind, there's all other forces. So though things are symmetrical, some of those pictures are just like too perfect, and that's your hint. It's like, oh, okay, they're not taking into account the natural elements. And that's, AI is just like this one perfect slice of what I'm going to show you. Now, this Lover's card here is about human choice, right? This is the choice of Pallas, right? Or not Pallas, the choice of I'll have to look that up, but he's trying to decide between Pallas Athena and Venus, right? And the warrior queen. He's trying to decide, which do I want? Do I want love, or do I want truth, or do I want power? Trying to decide this. And there's also the Three of Cups here. So there's some kind of victory over the lower. What I'm really talking about here, not only is hierarchical things going away, but what I'm really talking about here is power, and how you're using your own power, how you're giving away your own power. That's what I'm really talking about here. Are you giving away your own power by believing that you don't have a direct connection to spirit or God or the universe? Are you giving away your power? Are you giving away your power in order to make money? Because that is not going to work in the future. We're not going to be able to just, okay, I just need a job. Like, we're going to have to be aligned with our gifts, and we are going to have to work together. So your gift might be making beautiful clothes, and my gift may be writing, storytelling, okay? Because that is one of my gifts. And so there's a need for a storyteller. There's a need for a seer, right? Which is what I am. There's a need for that. But everybody opening up to their own intuition, it's going to change in the future. It's going to change into something else that is needed for the community. So Six of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Lover's card. This is when we get scared. Four of Pentacles. Okay, good. Eight of Wands. Look at that. Eight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So there's something here I'm noticing, that we have Justice and the Lovers. This is definitely about, these are two cards of choice, right? Justice and the Lovers. It's like, make your decisions based on what is true, what is coming through to you as your own intuition, making those choices. And then, we can see this as a bit of ego, right? You have to have an ego. You're not getting rid of your ego. Anybody who thinks they're getting rid of their ego, it's not true. Okay, you got a 3D body, you're walking around. Now, wounded ego, that's another matter. Okay, wounded ego is the thing that drives people to try to take power over other people, or try to tell them some kind of lie that's going to inspire their fear. Okay, and make them, give over all their money or something like that. Like, please don't do that. The Two of Pentacles here is about balance. The Justice card is about balance. The Eight of Wands is about alignment, right? It's communications coming in. I just feel that we're moving into a new area around love, around what we do in the world. We're walking away from this old way of doing things, and we're really going to align with a heart that is full. Now, this feels to me a little bit like the unity consciousness, or the purpose of Twin Flames is to help align us with unity consciousness, to help us see what, Twin Flames are, and have not been up until now. But I feel like over the next 2 to 5 years, maybe 10 years, as we move Pluto into Aquarius, we're in the age of Aquarius. Some say since 2012. There's a lot of disagreement about that. But the age of Aquarius is upon us. There's a significant overlap here, I believe we're dealing with. We are on the planet at the time of that overlap, right? The Piscean age, about 2000, 2100 years ago, Pisces, Jesus, right? The Piscean age. And the Aquarian age is much more flat, egalitarian. It's much more about community, right? Doing things that support all of us. And it's not about lack mentality. It's not about fear. It's not about getting one over on other people. It's not about domination, control, power, any of that stuff. The age of Aquarius is about a unique type of heart-filled love, because Aquarius is the water bearer, right? So in order for us to be in this kind of community or experience this 5D consciousness, which there will be a significant portion of people on this planet that don't do that, that don't go in that direction. But for those of us who are, if you're watching this, you're likely on that path, is for us to be in a different kind of way of doing things, right? I do believe there is going to be some kind of shift and change in how money works and how everything works, right? And for now, though, there is something about getting people over the hump. As I've told you before, and I'm going to go to the extended, as I've told you before, my past lives and everything that I have done in my own work has shown me my job is not only as a lighthouse, which of course it is, just as for you, if you're on your spiritual path, which you are, if you're watching this, it's also helping those who are just waking up, who are just kind of like coming over the wall, who are still in corporate America and want to get out. Now, there's a reason that there are plenty of people who are shining lights and who are all of this stuff in corporate America. It's kind of like you got to be in there in order to shine the light. But there's a lot of people who are waking up and wanting to come out of that, wanting to leave that behind, wanting to go in a direction of more peace and sustainability and love and prosperity. And so that's one of my jobs. I always have these dreams about me standing at the door of a train or a plane or something like that to go to, something better, to move on from a difficult situation, getting people out of the camps, getting people out of slavery, getting people out of misery, getting people out of lower vibration experiences. And, it's really just a holding space. It's really, that's what I'm doing. I'm just standing there with the door. I'm not, I'm talking and I'm saying and I'm welcoming and all of that. But I'm not running around in the city trying to find people or running around all over the landscape trying to find people. It's like the people that show up here, my job is just to hold the door. And then we fly away together. All right. So I'm going to continue on with this. I'm going to go deeper into this reading. I've only touched on, a very small part of this. I will get some guidance for each zodiac sign because I feel like this message of making a choice for truth, making a choice for peace, right? We're not choosing anymore between, love and power and truth. We're making a choice of, a sort of a blending. We're making a choice that is a healed ego kind of thing, a healed heart kind of experience. We're making a choice for the new earth. Right. All right. If you want to continue and talk more about this, there's a link below and I will see you over there, Pathfinders. We just keep on going. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.